Welcome to Why Work Sucks and What You Can Do About It. Here's 3 questions that came in, same subject. Russ, I hate my job. I get no recognition. I don't get to make a difference. Russ, I get small raises and no promotion. My cubicle is a joke with no privacy. Russ, they just tell me working harder and longer hours will be rewarded. Should I quit? Don't quit. First thing I can tell you is don't quit. It brings all kinds of pain and you need to do other things instead. First thing you need to do, you need to start looking for another job. This may be harder than you think. It may take more time than you think. Second, don't act like you're quitting at work. Act like everything's great. Act like you're happy to be there. In fact, you may find out that once you make the decision to look for a new job, you will feel better about the job you've got. You may actually like it more because inside you'll feel like it doesn't matter. But the bottom line is don't quit. If you quit, you give up things. You give up probably anything resembling unemployment insurance. And companies will look at that gap and completely ignore all the things that you've been doing for skills. That gap will cause the entire conversation to be different. You want that gap to go away. You want that to be something else you did, a company you started, people you worked with in I don't know, a nonprofit organization because you felt like you needed to make a difference and highlight your skills that they used during that time when you were not working for another company. But if you quit, that's going to be harder to do. So you create a gap in your resume. That's a problem. You create a financial gap. If you're working paycheck to paycheck, you can't do that. If you've got plenty of money saved up, but it takes 6 months to find another job, you may run out of money. So don't quit. Do something proactive. Look for another job. Update your resume. Very quietly contact people that you know in the industry who might want to hire you. Go proactive. Maybe it's not in your local area. Maybe you're willing to move. Maybe you're willing to go to a competitor. This could actually turn into a plus for you. But if you quit, you throw a lot of that stuff away. You can have a spectacular moment when you come back and say, I found another job. I'm leaving this one. Here's 2 weeks' notice. Or if you're in an at-will state and you don't even have to give notice, you could just say, I'm bye. You have lots of options. If you quit, you lose options. Second thing is when you are looking at something like LinkedIn or you're on the web surfing for things, if you put in any format in any place on the web that you're looking for work, it could get back to your company. If you put in open for work on LinkedIn, the odds are really good it's going to get back to your company. So don't do that either. Don't tell your friends. Do not tell your coworkers that you're going to quit. Don't tell them you're looking for another job. That stuff gets back and it affects how you look and feel and act on the job you're in today. If you're thinking about quitting, don't set yourself up to be fired. That's what happens to a lot of people. They're thinking about quitting so hard that they end up becoming a bad employee and they get fired. That's even worse. So don't quit. Be happy. Look for a new job. Update your resume. Make sure you're looking good. Contact everybody you know that you can trust to keep it to themselves. Don't say, yes, you can contact my current employer. No, that's a red flag to your current employer. Be quiet about it. Pretend you're a secret agent and you're looking for a deal. Whatever it takes to make sure that you do this in a very stealthy way. And then, once you've got that other line, you can quit. Have you ever seen one of those air shows where somebody is a wing walker? They're going on a biplane, and while it's in the air, they're walking down the wing. The rule of wing walking is you never let go of one wire until you have a firm grip on the next one. And then you can shift over and go grab the next one, shift over and grab the next one. Don't let go of what you've got until you have a firm grasp of where you're going to go. That's the key. So don't quit. Make sure you've got your hands on the next opportunity and it's absolutely rock solid and you want to do it. And make sure that when you get to the new job, you set yourself up for success. Because if you're having trouble in the job you're in, some of it may be a little bit of you. Don't take that with you. Start fresh. Be that person that everybody wants to work with. Be that person that they want to have on their team. Get that fresh start, and you will have a better way of looking at going to work and making money and having a happy lifestyle. So do all that, but don't quit. If you like what you're hearing, if this is helping you, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, or watch some of the other videos that I've made. If you need something else answered, send me a question. I'll be happy to jump on here and do the best I can to tell you what, in my experience, has been the case. So, with that, glad you came to Why Work Sucks, and I hope it's going to suck just a little less for you when you don't quit.